so let's get going. Heading into the first game of the quarterfinals. Maybe we can turn our hex sound up. This hand is probably pretty bad. Yeah, I can't comfortably keep that. Just doesn't do a whole lot. I guess we'll go with this. Also not fantastic, but it's not the worst. I haven't actually played with my sound on since they added sound effects to the individual cards. So this game's not looking like the best start for me compared to what he's got. I don't think my 7 would have been any better though. And I doubt a 5 would have been any better. Ugh, that's a bad draw. Yeah, these draws have just been cheat. Immediately eye for 3. Game's basically over. Well, sometimes you get a bad draw and your opponent has the nuts. That is how it goes. At least there's this. Not hitting shards or ramp is pretty unusual for the deck. Bad luck. It's funny he's putting it all into the Argus. It's like he didn't even look at my deck list. So something like a Chlorophylia would be nice, I guess. Chlorophylia following turn I. Or a puck. That would be insane. It is a diamond. Not the worst, but not the greatest. Looking for some sort of ramp here. All we've drawn is our most expensive things in the deck. And got stuck on 3 shards for a few turns. So we got a lot of wilder dancers going. I don't know why he keeps pumping it all into one creature at a time. Doesn't seem like the greatest. He's still got 3 more fatties in his hand. Yeah, so this game is over. I don't know, unless I can eye for 1 and get a Guardian. We'll see what I get off the top. No. Can't even cast any of the things. So it's game 1. Just got extremely unlucky. And oh yeah, we get the sideboard. Almost forgot about that. Oh, it wasn't even the triple root dancer. It was just that I got absolutely no ramp and got stuck on 3 shards and drew all the 8 drops and 12 drops. Wish this was a little faster, but what you gonna do, right? So we want to bring in an Argus. Turbulence. I don't think I want both turbulences. Well, we can pull up his sideboard real quick as well. We are allowed to do that. Since it is top 8. Yeah, our turbulences and nature's reigns aren't actually amazing against him. I probably want another chaos key. Since he does have fists. I'm not in love with the Squirrel Titans against him, though it could be good against root dancers and pucks and such. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's okay. We'll probably take at least 1 out. Could probably drop a Drew as well. For the other Argus. Perhaps Colossus. One of these 2 guys, I think. And we're gonna stick these 2 over in the reserves. Seems okay. Unavailable. There we go. So heading into game 2. Hopefully we get a little luckier. How about this? Pretty bad as well. But I guess, I don't know. This is just pretty awful all around. Getting really unlucky with these hands. Hopefully his isn't the absolute nuts like it was last game. It's always a good sign. So if I just get a couple fatties in a row, we'll be good. Even just one, so I can make at least 1 mana at a time off of this. I would be happy. So is this a puck or a chlorophylla coming from him? Chlorophylla. Yep. So I need 1 big dude. And that works. I'm gonna have to wait 1 more turn so I can have my triple threshold and use my diamond. So we're just gonna get in for 2 here, may as well. Next turn we can either play Redeem and save our 1 eye open, or we can just straight up Eye of Creation for a couple. I think if we draw another fatty, we're just gonna Eye of Creation for like 4. Or 5, whatever it is. 3 shards. So that'll actually get him up high enough to play Zargus, but we do have an answer. Pretty good one. That's not bad. So here we could make 8 mana, that's an Eye for 5. Or we could just play Redeem. I like Eye for 5 over Redeem, to be honest. Seems a little better. All we hit is some shards and a brave. Alright. I see how it is. Two bad eyes for each of us. Hopefully he just spends his whole turn playing Argus. The shard is actually pretty good, and the brave is even better since I can use it twice. So it actually wasn't a bad eye at all. And I'll go ahead and use that now. No reason to hold on to it, really. So we could make as much as 2, 4, So that's 11, 12, 13. We're one short of being able to cast Jadim and Wrathwood Colossus. Unfortunately. And since he has 4 Turbulence in the sideboard, I can't imagine him not bringing those in against me. So I think the better play is the Colossus. He doesn't really have a way to deal with Colossus either. And we may as well play out the other Howling Brave too. So we will have enough to cast multiple things next turn. No matter how costly. Taps to go up to 11. Sounds like an eye to me. Let's see what he gets. Not bad. So 2 pucks, basically just 1 puck. A mediocre beetle, a couple shards. Not bad for me. He's only got 2 cards left in his hand. I really don't like Battle Beetle in this matchup. I think it's pretty damn mediocre. I would have definitely been boarding them out if I was him. He has 4 main deck. I ran 1 main deck during the tournament, just for the up against Blood and Sapphire control decks and that stuff like that. But against other eye decks, Beetle is definitely not where you want to be. We'll sandbag this shard. There's no reason to play it out. Can always play it next turn. Yep, there's the first Turbulence. That's fine. I wasn't doing anything else with that Jadim, and who knows, maybe we draw an Argus or a Guardian. And of course, we would rather have that out than a Jadim, in most cases. So that Root Dancer's not bad here. We're still winning the race as of now, but that'll help him out. Especially if he can get another eye and flop a couple shards over on that. Hopefully he doesn't get another eye though. He has already gone through 2. He's also out of cards. We're basically out of cards, but at least he doesn't know that. Oof. I need to start seeing something. May as well attack with puck here. He'll probably trade pucks at this point. Yeah. And that is okay. We'll go ahead and play one of our shards out. So, it looks like he drew something. That's not a shard. Otherwise you would have played it with the Root Dancer and buffed his Beetle before damage. Or he probably would have at least. He might just be sandbagging, because it doesn't actually change the clock. Unless I were to get another Colossus. Thanks, Stars. Also, nice seeing you around, man. I haven't seen you a couple days, I don't think. So we'll use a Brave here, make it look like we aren't holding a shard. And we should be able to win unless he gets an eye off the top and gets some ridiculous stuff. Even just a regular eye won't do it. He's gonna have to get a really good one. Oh yeah. So that was game 2. Off of a 5 shard Puck Nature's Range keep. Turned out okay. We'll look back at our sideboard real quick, make sure there's nothing we want to change. You know, I actually feel like cutting a Jadim could be correct. But no, I can't. I can't do that for you, Dormy. Yeah, I think, oddly enough, Drew over Jadim is going to be what this deck wants. I wish we could put things straight from the reserve into the main deck. And this is because of the fact that he has 4 Turbulence in the sideboard and no Nature's Range. He did not, in fact, diversify his bonds. This is unkeepable. Not even close. This is okay. A Chlorophylla off the top would make me so happy. Unbelievably happy. So my opponent's got a little bit of complaining about how I was on the play 3 games. It's just how it is in the alpha. Chlorophylla, please. No, but it is a 3rd wild. So at least I've got that. I almost want to attack with my Howling Brave, but I'm afraid he would call the bluff. Because I actually kind of need this, and mine's better than his since I have one eye open, so. Hopefully he doesn't have a Chlorophylla. Looks like he might. Oh god. So that's a good start for him. Yeah. Getting there somewhat is actually really good. Be able to eye next turn for 3 or 4, maybe 5 if we draw a shard. And then we can follow that up with Guardian Argus in no particular order. If we draw a shard, we can actually do any of these three things next turn. He's just spending another turn to cast Puck, so wonderful. And Howling Brave, of course, you may as well get in for the damage if you aren't using it. I don't want to call it too soon, but I'm thinking I may have this one as long as he doesn't have a crazy eye on me. So I'm going to play the eye here, as opposed to any of the other two, because they die to Turbulence, and I will likely not. Plus, it gives me a bunch of shards to work with. Colossus Jadim in 3 shards, not a single miss. I can indeed dig it. And maybe he'll end up using a Turbulence on this Jadim as well. And then that makes the coast clear for these guys. Though I can't imagine him doing that. Apparently I have better RNG than him. That was a good flip, really. Though to be fair, I'm running more Jadims than him. I'm running more Guardians than him. He's running more Arguses, but that doesn't do a whole lot against my Nature Reigns and Chaos Keys in the main deck. And the sideboard, so. And my champion is doing a lot more work than his champion has been doing him. So I can't honestly say this has come down to RNG, because my deck is just better well constructed. Like, at least for the mirror match. His sideboard options didn't even look great. No, I'm not going to call GG yet. Anything can happen, but hopefully. If he has a second Turbulence, he's still in the game. But yeah, so that was game 3.